Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirhayat Nasta Praeshu Vabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So today, of course, we are celebrating the auspicious occasion of Jhulan Yatra, the swing festival of the divine couple, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And you can see we have a beautiful swing prepared, and we're going to have the pleasure of placing the couple, the divine couple, on the swing, and we hope you can all have an opportunity to push this swing. This is a reenactment of the pastimes of the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, in Goloka Vrindavan, the divine couple, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, are enjoying in this way by having a nice swing. And the devotees will come and they will take pleasure in pulling the swing, giving pleasure for Radha and Krishna. In the spiritual world, this goes on every day. This is the nature of the spiritual world. Everyone is engaged in the service of Radha and Krishna, and they make arrangements for their pleasure. Here, today, we're reenacting the spiritual world. Lord Krishna, of course, when he came to this world, some 5,000 years ago, when he was in Vrindavan, he would also enjoy to make a swing in the forest of Vrindavan and to have Srimati Radharani join him and swing together in the forest of Vrindavan. So Lord Krishna came here, he displayed some of the pastimes of the spiritual world. Just like, actually not some of them, but all the everything which happened here in this material world, even the killing of the demons, it all goes on in the spiritual world. Lord Krishna enjoys these different pastimes. Sometimes giving pleasure to the devotees, and sometimes killing the demons. This is Leela. Lord Krishna reenacts the Leelas. Everywhere. They're going on regularly, continuously. Lord Krishna likes to enjoy. He is the supreme enjoyer. No one can enjoy on a level equal to Lord Krishna. Of course, we try. We try to enjoy. We try to reenact our own, we have our own pastimes, and we try to take the position of the Lord. And we think we will enjoy, we'll make some nice arrangement for our pleasure. We also like to sit on swings and enjoy. Someone pushes us. But actually, Lord Krishna is doing these things in the spiritual world every day. It's regular. And the devotees take pleasure in seeing Radha and Krishna happy together, enjoying. As I said, Lord Krishna likes to enjoy in the most wonderful ways. Just like we know, he didn't just have one wife. He didn't just have a few wives. He had 16,108 wives. And he kept them all happy. And he had a nice palace for everyone. And similarly, Lord Krishna also enjoyed rasa dance, the rasa lila. And there were millions of gopis coming, taking part in rasa with Lord Krishna. And they were very special personalities, not ordinary ladies, but very divine personalities who have all come to take part in Lord Krishna's pastimes. When Lord Krishna has his pastimes, he arranges for very special qualified people to come. Just like the ladies of Vrindavan, the gopis, they were very, very special. They were very, very beautiful. The most attractive of all ladies. Even more than the goddess of fortune. The gopis of Vrindavan were the most beautiful, the most attractive ladies. And among all of them, the Queen of Vrindavan is Srimati Radharani. And Radharani enjoys with Lord Krishna. The gopis bring Srimati Radharani to give pleasure to Krishna. So they enjoy together in the most wonderful place, in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the embassy of the spiritual world. Goloka, Vrindavan is there in the spiritual world, and here in the material world, Vrindavan is there also. Gokul is there. It's the embassy of the spiritual world. So Lord Krishna enjoys in this place, and he picks the best time in the year. One of the most pleasant times there. After the rainy season, after the heat of the summer, the scorching heat of the summer, and then the rains come, and the flowers begin to bloom. The forest becomes colorful with so many different flowers and fruits all there, all for the pleasure of the Lord. Lord Krishna's enjoying the beauty of the Vrindavan forest, the beauty of the cowherd girls of Vrindavan, and he's enjoying also swinging back and forth in the hot air is cooling to be on the swing, and you can feel the air coming, just like we have fans and things. So Lord Krishna doesn't have a fan, didn't have air conditioning. He sat on a swing, and he enjoyed swinging back and forth. So this is Jhulan Yatra, arranging for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. In the material world, we are lost in the illusion of thinking we're the body. And we're thinking that we're the enjoyer. We're thinking this place is for my enjoyment. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes the Asuric mentality. Right? Lord Krishna says how the demons think, Ishwaraham, aham bhogi, siddhoham balavam sukhi. Lord Krishna is saying that those who are of the demonic nature, they're thinking, I am the Ishwara, I am the controller, I am the bhogi, I'm the enjoyer, and I have siddhis, I am perfect, I am strong, bala, and I am happy, sukhi. Right? This is the Asuric mentality. And this is condemned, of course, in the Bhagavad Gita. We want to understand Lord Krishna is not condemning happiness, but he wants us to understand that real happiness comes in being the servant of Lord Krishna, and not just trying to imitate Krishna and trying to be the master, but being a humble servant, offering all respects and giving all honor to that person who is actually the controller, recognizing Lord Krishna as the Mahapurush, the supreme enjoyer of everything. So this festival of Jhulan Yatra is to bring us back into Krishna consciousness. Instead of thinking of the world being just simply for our own enjoyment, we put Krishna in the center, and we want Krishna to enjoy. This Krishna consciousness is coming out of illusion, bringing us out of the illusion that this world is my property and it's here for me to enjoy, and I can enjoy independently of everyone else. We have to recognize how we're all dependent on Lord Krishna, and our real position is to give service to Krishna. And service to Krishna is taught for us by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord Chaitanya, his mission, his appearance is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's spoken by Karabhajana Muni, who was one of the 9 Yogendras, one of the sons of Rishabdev. Lord Rishabdev had 100 sons. The 9 Yogendras were some of his sons, and they took on the mood of Bhagavat preachers. They traveled over the planet distributing spiritual knowledge. So at a point they had met with Maharaj Nimi, and Maharaj Nimi inquired from them about the Lord's incarnations in different ages. So Karabhajana Muni described the Lord's incarnations in Satya and Treta Dwapara, and he described how they have different colors. Satya Yuga, the Lord is white color, Treta Yuga, red color, Dwapara Yuga, blackish color. And then he described also their different activities. In Satya Yuga, the Lord is meditating. In Treta Yuga, the Lord is doing yagya. Then in Dwapara Yuga, temple worship is there. And now, Kali Yuga, the Karabhajana Muni has to describe the Lord's activities in Kali Yuga. And the verse is there in the 11th canto, 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam Tivish Akrishnam. He explains that the Lord comes in the Kali Yuga, but he's not blackish. He's Lord Krishna, but he's coming in a different color. And of course the reason for that is because the Lord has assumed a different mood, that he is coming in a disguised form. If someone wants to disguise themselves, they will certainly change their external appearance. So Lord Krishna comes in the Kali Yuga and he has a different color. He's not blackish as he was in the Dwapara Yuga, but instead he's a different color. And that color was revealed to us earlier when Garga Muni did the naming ceremony of Lord Krishna and Balaram. Vasudeva arranged for Garga Muni to go to the home of Nanda and Yashoda and perform the Nam Samskar ceremony for Krishna and Balarama. And Garga Muni explained at that time that this child, Krishna, he appears in every age in different colors. And he explained how the colors are white, red, and yellow. And now in this age, Garga Muni saw that he has come in this blackish color. So, Karabhajana Muni, in describing the Lord's incarnation in the Kali Yuga, he said the Lord will come in a different color, but his business will be Krishna Varna. Varna, just like you all have some occupation. Someone's a Vaishya, someone's a Kshatriya, someone's a Brahmin, and most of us are Sudras. In fact, they say, Kalo Sudra Sambhavaha. In the Kali Yuga, we're all Sudras and lower. So, the Lord comes, his Varna is Krishna Varna. He's coming to simply engage in topics of Krishna, in the service of Krishna, chanting the names of Krishna, speaking about Krishna, worshipping Krishna. And we saw also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, he gave that famous instruction to Lord Nityananda and Haridas, how he wanted them to go door to door in Navadvip. Right? In Chaitanya Bhagavat it is described. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Suno Suno Nityananda, Suno Haridas, Priti Gari Gari Gya Koro E Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. So these instructions from Mahaprabhu given to Lord Nityananda and Haridas, the Lord's two very intimate followers, he asked them, go to everyone, every corner, every gully, every door, and fall at the feet of the people and beg them to chant the names of Krishna, to worship Krishna, and to read the books about Krishna. This is Krishna Varna, you see. If you're engaged in these kinds of activities, then this is how the Lord came in the Kali Yuga. Although he is Krishna himself, he's coming in the mood of a devotee, and he wants to teach all of us how to be a devotee. 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna had spoken Bhagavad Gita. At that time, he had requested everyone to surrender to him. Sarva dharmam parigashna mamikam sharanam braja. Lord Krishna had requested all of us, give up all of your so-called dharmas and just surrender to me. and I will free you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So the Lord had told us, don't be afraid, don't fear, just surrender to me. But although he'd given the instruction, he had not demonstrated how to do this. And that's another reason why the Lord comes in the Kali Yuga, that he wants to demonstrate to all of us how to surrender to Krishna, how to take up devotional service. Of course, there was other reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come, but that's one of the very important reasons for his appearance, that he is displaying to all of us how we can surrender to Krishna. What are the activities? Sometimes people think, oh, I'm surrendered. They don't do anything. They give up they don't do anything. Krishna says, give up all dharma. So I'll give up I won't do anything. Do nothing. But this is not what Krishna wants. Rather, Lord Krishna wants that we will all engage in Krishna Varna or Krishna Karma, working for Krishna, activities for Krishna. And Mahaprabhu demonstrated this to the highest stage of perfection, chanting the holy names and worshipping Radha and Krishna, calling out to Krishna, eager, very eager to see Krishna, to be with Krishna, to serve Krishna. So this Jhulan Yatra festival, it's an opportunity for all of us to enter into that mood of service to Krishna, of giving up ourselves, giving up our own independence and surrendering to Krishna, making Krishna the center of everything. Because it's Krishna who's the enjoyer. We like to enjoy, and we can enjoy. We can enjoy the pleasure of service. And Lord Krishna himself came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to show us how to enjoy as a servant of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is he is Krishna, but he has come in the mood of the servant of Krishna. Why? Because it's explained, if we study Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj explains in Chaitanya Charitamrita how at the time of Lord Krishna's appearance, the Lord was enjoying with the gopis, with the cowherd damsels of Braja, and he was enjoying with his queens of Dwarka. But he saw that actually the gopis of Braja, they were enjoying much, 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 much more than he was. He was enjoying, but he saw that these gopis of Braja, they're enjoying thousands and hundreds of thousands of times more than I'm enjoying. And he thought, I've come to enjoy. I want pleasure. But they're getting many, many more times pleasure than I'm getting. So this was the inspiration leading to Lord Krishna's appearance as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Another reason why the Lord came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he wants to enjoy. And he can see that there's more pleasure in being the servant than in being the master. So we are all encouraged in this way. Generally, we think, oh, to be the master, I want to be the master. We're thinking the master, that's the better position. We think to be the boss, to be the in charge. But actually, the real pleasure on the spiritual platform, the greatest pleasure is in being the servant. Just like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, he's described Namhata, the marketplace of the holy name. So the marketplace of the holy name, it's described how the spiritual master is like a sweeper in the marketplace. Now, we would think, oh, a sweeper in the marketplace? That's a low position. Yeah. And he's the guru. The guru he's the representative of God. He should be given honor. But actually being the servant is so much pleasure that the guru himself will become the sweeper in the marketplace. He will like to sweep out all of the unwanted things, the anarthas, all the dirt and the contamination, all the garbage, nonsense philosophies. He will sweep them all out, get rid of them all, and establish the real teachings. So in the spiritual world, what seems to be the lowest position is actually the highest position. We are thinking to be a sweeper, no good, but actually it's the highest position. To be the servant is actually the most enjoyable position. And therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes as a devotee. In the Kali Yuga, he wants to disguise himself. He does not reveal himself as the Lord, but he comes as a devotee. And he shows us how to worship Krishna, how to chant the name of Krishna, how to develop love for Krishna. This is the process of Bhakti Yoga. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he celebrated festivals like this Jhulan Yatra. He was showing all of us how to be the servant. We want to also take up that mood to be the servant. We say, Ekala Ishvara Krishna or Sab Bridya. There's only one Ishvara, Lord Krishna, and all others are servants. We're all servants of Krishna. So we have to recognize that position. We have to come to that consciousness of being the servant. And we should not think that we're unfortunate, but rather we should consider ourselves to be the most fortunate, to be able to be the servant, just like Pujari, the servant, one who is offering arti. We don't think, oh, I'm just a servant, I'm just a Pujari. Rather, the Pujari is the most fortunate because he's directly going to serve the deity. So similarly, Jhulan Yatra is a chance for all of us to directly serve Radha and Krishna, to give pleasure to them, to directly render service to them as they swing. We should understand the good fortune of devotional service. Therefore, Krishna Das Kaviraj describes, Brahmanda Brahmite Konya Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhakti Lata Beach. That as living entities, we have been traveling through many different universes. But when we become Konya Bhagyavan Jiva, when we become fortunate living entities, that is when we contact the spiritual teachers. And the spiritual teachers give us that Bhakti Lata Bij. The seed of devotion is planted in us. So the spiritual teachers, they know the art of giving us that Bhakti Lata, that creeper of devotion in the form of a seed, a beej. And we have to nourish that seed. We have to nourish that seed through the process of bhakti yoga, by faithfully hearing and chanting. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote many Vaishnava songs. And one of his famous songs is a collection of songs called Sharanagati. And in that collection of songs, he lists the 6 different kinds of items which are necessary for surrender. Those of you who have studied the Bhagavad Gita, you will know there are 6 items of surrender. Anukuyasya sankalpa pratikuyasya varjanam. Begins with accepting everything favorable for devotional service. And then the second thing is to reject everything unfavorable for devotional service. The third item is to understand that only Krishna is our maintainer. The fourth item is to understand that only Krishna can give us protection. The fifth item is to have no desire separate from the desire of Krishna. And the sixth item is always to be meek and humble. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote songs about each of these different items. And if you read the Vaishnava songbook, one of the songs which is often sung is Shuddha Bhakata, describes pure devotional service. And he describes the different items which are all very favorable for Krishna consciousness. So in that song, he sings about Madhavatiti Bhakti Janani, Yatani Palanakor. Madhavatiti, holy days. The holy days like Ekadasi, Janmastami. Today is Jhulan Yatra. Next week is Balaram's appearance day. Like this, we have many auspicious days on our Vaishnava calendar. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, Madhavatiti Bhakti Janani. Janani. Janani means mother, right? Janani Sachi, Mother Sachi. So Janani, Bhakti Janani, the mother of devotion. That by observing the holy days, the Madhavatiti, holy days like Ekadasi and Janmastami, then it becomes the mother of devotion for those devotees who take shelter of them. So I was appreciating yesterday, I was over in 607, our apartment there, and the devotees were already getting ready the beautiful arrangements for the Jhulan Yatra to make a nice swing. They were so eager for their devotional service. And of course in the coming weeks, as you celebrate Balaram Jayanti and Krishna Janmastami, Radhastami, these different events, I'm sure you'll organize them in a very grand way, because many, many people will come to take part in these festivals. And it's becoming more and more popular all over the world. That Janmastami is becoming a very, very important event. We know in India, of course, that day is a holiday. Everyone observes in some ways the Janmastami in India, but it's spreading around the world. The devotees in the UK, they managed to introduce the celebration of Janmastami among all the members of parliament. And they had prasadam distributed to all the different politicians in the parliament. So in this way, they're bringing Krishna consciousness to more and more people all over the planet. Of course, all of our ISKCON centers, we always celebrate in a very grand way. We want people to get the opportunity to develop more devotion for Krishna. This is the effect, taking part in these festivals, glorifying the Lord. It's an opportunity for our Bhakti Lata Bij to sprout and to grow more luxuriously. We want our Bhakti Lata, our creeper of devotion, should grow, and it should produce, go on, it should grow right out of the material world into the spiritual world. And it should produce flowers and fruits. The fruit, of course, is Krishna Prem. The goal of life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us, Prem Punarto Mahan, that we want to develop love for God. And love means service. There's no question of love without service. We want to have that mood to do service. And we try to encourage devotees in so many ways to do service. Srila Prabhupada, of course, he had all of us to distribute books. He saw that was a very good service for Lord Krishna. That we would all go out on Harinam Sankirtan, and we would also try to distribute literature to people. It's a very effective way of giving people a chance to hear about Krishna. So, hearing about Krishna, doing some service for Krishna is very important. We like to engage people in Krishna's service. I remember Jayapataka Swami describing to us about how before he had become a devotee, he'd heard that they were putting on a Rath Yatra festival, and it was called Festival of India. So they were having a festival. He went to find out what they were doing, and he came to where they were building the Rath Yatra car. And one devotee, Jayananda Prabhu, who we know as Jayananda Das Thakur, Jayananda asked him, "Do you know how to use a hammer?" And he gave Jayapataka Maharaj a hammer, and he said, "Hammer some nails in for us," you know. And this is how he began his devotional service. So this is mercy. This is how we begin our Krishna consciousness, by service. And that service, that is the manifestation of real love. The mother loves the child, they will serve the child. They have to take care of the child. That is service out of love. And the same way, we all have to develop love for Krishna. We have love of Krishna. It's there in everyone. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sajja Kabunaye Shravanade Shuddha Chite Korehe Udai. Krishna Prem is in our hearts, it's in all of your hearts, but it has to be awakened. And how to awaken it? We have to hear about Krishna. We have to hear more and more. We have to hear regularly. And the more we hear, the more we should become inspired to do service for Lord Krishna. And even if you're not inspired to hear, if you have the mood to do service, then very good. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Sushrushro Shradhadanasya Vasudev Kataruchi Shanmahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nishevana. By serving the devotees who are free of sin, great service is done. And by that service, one gets an affinity for hearing the message of Vasudeva. I remember when I was a new devotee, you know, I'd go to the class in the morning and I'd sleep. You know, I wasn't used to waking up so early in the morning. We'd go to Mongol Arti, and by the time they came to Bhagavatam class, I'd be tired and sit down in the class, and the temple room was very hot and stuffy. I could easily go to sleep. So the devotee, the temple commander, he saw me sleeping. He said, "Can you go to the kitchen and help cut the vegetables? We need somebody to help cut vegetables." So I was sent down to the kitchen and I was cutting the vegetables, you know. So after I'd been cutting the vegetables for a few weeks, you know, I thought, hey, you know, I'd like to go to class too, you know. So I developed a taste for hearing. In the beginning, I didn't have a lot of taste, but I was willing to do service. And by doing service, I got a taste. I wanted to hear. So this is important for us. We want to develop the mood to be the servant. And how to serve. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easy for everyone to serve by chanting the holy name. Chanting the holy name. Just like when we have Kirtan Mela, place is packed. You can't move. Thousands of people all come. Everyone wants to take part in Kirtan Mela, right? It's very attractive. Chanting the holy name. Everyone can take part in that. So that's very nice. Mahaprabhu wanted everyone to have devotional service. And he himself took part in the Sankirtan every day. He liked to go out. When Mahaprabhu spent some 18 years residing in Jagannath Puri, and almost every day he would go out on Kirtan because he wants everyone to get the mercy to be engaged in the service of Lord Krishna. Chanting and distributing prasadam. These two activities are very important and very spiritually powerful. Just imagine, if there was no prasadam, how many of us would ever become devotees? So it's so important for us. Kirtan and prasadam. And we want to also distribute these things, to give to more and more people. So it's very nice service. Chant the holy name. You meet people, you don't just say, "Oh, hello, how are you?" We say, "Hare Krishna." We give the holy name, right? We want people to say, "Hare Krishna." We don't just say Pamho or Dingba or Dandabats, pranams. We say, "Hare Krishna," chant the holy name. We want everyone to chant. We need to chant. We want other people also to hear the holy name. And when we're pushing the swing for Radha and Krishna, at that time all the gopis would be doing kirtan. They would all be singing the glories of the Lord, singing the different songs of the names of Krishna. This is the mood of devotees, to chant and to sing, to worship Krishna. And we're so fortunate, our acharyas have given us so many wonderful songs, right? Just like Yasomati Nandana Brajabaranakara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Right, we like to sing the Mahamantra, we like to sing all of these different songs because Bhaktivinoda Thakur has put it all with the names of Lord Krishna to make it so easy for us. In the morning, I like to sing Vibhavari Shesha. Vibhavari Shesha Haloka Provesha Nidra Chadiyuto Jiva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva. Right? We're so fortunate. We have these wonderful songs to sing. We don't sing. If we don't sing, we're foolish. We're wasting this human life. What good is our tongue if we don't use it to chant the holy name and chant the different names of Lord Krishna? So when we have these wonderful festivals, it's very important for us to take part in the kirtan, sing the songs of Krishna, chant the names of Krishna, and in this way make our life worthwhile. Right? If our tongue is not chanting the glories of the Lord, then that tongue is like, it's like the croaking of the frog. In the rice fields in the rainy season, the frog is croaking, gluk, gluk, right? And the snake of death is coming. So we have to understand, if we're not chanting the holy name, the snake of death is coming closer to devour us. So we can protect ourselves by taking shelter of the holy name, chanting the holy name. Very important for us. And this festival of Jhulan Yatra is another opportunity for us to chant the holy name and to become more Krishna conscious. So in this way, we want you to understand the significance of this pastime. Are there any questions? Anyone? Any comments? Anything? Some question, Prabhu? Bhavya? Some comment? Something? Okay. Did everyone hear the question? No? He's a very good devotee, this young man. So he's asking a question because I was speaking about how we try to enjoy. So he's saying if our propensity, if we have the tendency to enjoy, how do we get rid of it? You know? Well, we have to dovetail that propensity to enjoy. It's not like we have to give up enjoying, but we have to learn how to enjoy in the position of being the servant. Instead of trying to be the master, be the servant, and you can enjoy more. The servants are enjoying more than the master. That's why Lord Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he wants to enjoy. He wants to enjoy like the gopis. They were enjoying more than Krishna. Just like sometimes people work in the job and the boss is running the company and the boss is all worried, oh, there's no money, how am I going to pay everybody? I have so many workers, and oh, the boss has all the headaches. No business, no customers, no profit. And the workers, they're just collecting the money. Get the money every month. The workers enjoy, they don't have all the anxiety which the bosses have. So we have to understand our position is to enjoy. It's not wrong to want to enjoy. The question is how to enjoy. We have to enjoy in the mood of being the servant. Not try to be the master, but be the servant, and you can enjoy even more. Material world we try to enjoy, we struggle we always fail. It's so difficult to enjoy in the material world. So many troubles, so many difficulties. There's Adi-atma, Adi-bhautik and Adi-daivik kleshas, all the different miseries of the material world. Then we have so many struggles. Oh, the economy is very bad, and then the war is going on, this war and that war. So many problems we're trying to enjoy. It's so difficult. But if we just simply surrender to Krishna and understand how Krishna is the controller, and our job is to serve Krishna, then you can be happy. All right, whatever happens, it's Krishna's plan. It's an opportunity for all of us to remember Krishna. Just like when we had COVID and there was lockdown, everybody became more Krishna conscious. We did more chanting, we did more hearing, more reading. It was so wonderful. We had so many classes online all the time, and there was so much opportunity for people to be engaged in Krishna's service. So, not wrong to want to enjoy. Yeah, but we should want the higher taste. Don't enjoy like the hogs and dogs, right? Oh, the hog, he's eating all kinds of garbage. He's got a big belly. I want to be like a hog, right? I want to be a big fat pig. Of course, the pig's also enjoying. We know the story. Brihaspati cursed Indra to become a pig. And Indra had to go he was in a pig body, he's living with the pigs. So after some time, Brihaspati came and told him, I said, all right, now you should come back. You've been a pig long enough. And Indra said to Brihaspati, what? I like it here. I don't want to leave here. I have my pig families. I have all my pig wives and piglets, and we get our pig food every day. The farmer is bringing us big buckets of pig food. I'm nice and fat. I don't want to leave here. Oh, so Brihaspati said, oh, you want to stay here, eh? Okay. And Brihaspati went and he brought the butcher. And the butcher came with a big knife. And they said, all right, where's that big fat pig, you see? So then Indra, maybe I'll go with you. All right? He changed his mind. So, there's enjoyment. Even in the pig's body, they think they're enjoying. The dogs, they also think they're enjoying. We have to, do we want pleasures like that? That is the low pleasure. So, Vaya Vashayatmika Buddhi Ekeha Kurunandana Bohosha Kahyanantascha Buddhayo Vaya Vasainam. That we have to understand the real goal of life is to develop devotional service. And just trying to enjoy on the level of the animals, that is not human life. Human life is meant for the higher taste. We have to develop that the higher taste, the param drisva nivartate, right? Param drisva, that higher taste. We don't just want to stop the senses, we want to purify them and experience the real pleasure of life. There is pleasure on the low level, like the animals. They're having their pleasure. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That is low-grade pleasure. But there's the higher pleasure, the pleasure of the soul, the pleasure of bhakti, devotion with the Supreme Lord. We want to develop that pleasure. And this Jhulan Yatra is for that purpose, the higher pleasure, to experience the higher pleasure, the pleasure of service to the divine couple. It's a very wonderful experience. Of course, we have to purify ourselves to understand this pleasure. That's very important. Purification. Lord Rishabdev, I was speaking about the 9 Yogendras. Lord Rishabdev, he had 100 sons. So Lord Rishabdev, he told them, it's a verse which Prabhupada often quoted to the devotees. He told them that Nayam deho deha bhajam niraloke kushtam kamarna hate vidbhujam ye. Right? He's telling his sons. He said, don't just be foolish and just think only about sense gratification, which is available even for the animals like the pig, which eats some stool. Right? In Vrindavan, it used to be anyway, not so much nowadays, but in Vrindavan, there are many hogs, and they would like to eat the stool. So Prabhupada would say, if you offer the hog some nice halava made with ghee and sugar, they will say, no, give me some stool. That's the thinking of the hog, animals like the hog. So Rishabdev told his sons, don't just go for that pleasure for animals like the hog and dog, which are eating stool, but do some tapasya, do some little austerity, purify yourself. And when you are purified, then you can experience real pleasure. So we have to be doing a little tapasya. And what is that tapasya? That tapasya, chanting Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it very easy for us in the Kali Yuga. Chant the holy name. Eat prasadam. Don't eat garbage. But follow regulative principles. 16 rounds and 4 regulative principles. Very important. That is the tapasya in the Kali Yuga. And you do that tapasya, you'll get purified. And when we are purified, then we can experience real pleasure, the divine pleasure, the pleasure of service to the Supreme. So this is very important for all of us, right? We want that pleasure. We want to experience that param dristva, the higher taste. And we can very easily. We will faithfully chant, follow the process, then we can come to that stage. All right, thank you, Prabhu, for that question. Any other question? All right.
Only one question is there, Maharaj. He is going to ask you personally because we are running short of time. Thank you so much, Maharaj. It's a small gift from Damodardesh.
Thank you.
His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Swami Maharaj ki jai. Few announcements. Now Aarti is going to start. Maharaj will do the Aarti. And as I said, strict